In a recent trip to Conway, Arkansas, we had the opportunity to visit the Cadron Settlement and do a little day hike. Did we find the Cadillac Ranch of Arkansas? They have some great hiking trails at the Cadron Settlement Park. They have some mountain biking trails also. You share the trails, so if you're going to hang out here, just make sure you're being aware of your surroundings. When we were walking through some of the trails, as you can see, Poppy's enjoying herself. The greens and the lush, vibrant environment was much more like the Pacific Northwest than it was Central Arkansas. We're very surprised to see a lot of the just incredible colors that we found there. Hyper green. Huh, turkey tail or false turkey tail? We have no idea either. The trails were really nice. It had just rained the day before. It was a wonderful day out. The temperature was decent. There was some cloud cover. We had a really nice walk and hike. We didn't go that far, but we went far enough to see that it would be a neat place to spend the day. Again, we don't know. And then Aubrey took us to the place. This is what we had come to see. This is what really kind of made the trip.
It's Cadron. People put profanity and couples come here and people put messages here. And it goes all the way down. People also paint on the trees. And it's always changing as the rock is breaking away or washing off.
The messages here were like the feel of the land itself. They were mixed. There was pride, there was want for more, desire for adventure, but underneath it all, just a want to be human, to be together, to leave your mark, to say something, or to dream something, or to just be there for just 1 minute and want for a better life. All in all, it felt a lot like the Cadillac Ranch, and I have to say, it felt special. It felt different. It may be illegal, but it felt right. So Aubrey, have you painted anything here?
I have not.
You have not.
We've always thought that. Eventually.
So what would you paint?
Something bizarre.
This was one of the only times I can honestly say that I found graffiti to be interesting and to be engaging. If you ever find yourself around Conway, this is just 20 miles away, make your way out and come see Cadron Settlement Park. The walk back was pretty easy, pretty simple. The dogs enjoyed it. Never mind the camera stand that's a wallet in the frame there. Just ignore that. It seems everywhere you look there's symbols. Symbols for things that we want to believe in. Kind of like that. So after the trails, we made our way to the Cadron Block House. This was built in the mid-1990s as a replica by the Historical Society there in Conway, Arkansas. There had been a lot of conflict on this ground, and you could feel it. You could feel it underneath. Like the fact that so many soldiers had been killed and forced to surrender there after the Civil War. Like the fact that this was a stop on the Trail of Tears, where many Cherokees lost their lives in a cholera epidemic. I don't know, it just felt like there were people watching us, like there were people around, good and bad. Kathy says you can hear them in the trees, that the trees have memories. And as always, Aubrey's looking for the next mushroom to show us. So after a good day hike, it was time to get a drink of water, rest up a bit, head back to town, get in the air conditioning. Old Cyrus is getting old, but he's doing well. But before we left, I wanted to make sure that we paid some homage to some things that had come before. I never found out what the Rock of Ages massacre of 1814 was. And I tell you this, to have your name or the lack of a name inscribed on something doesn't make anything right or better. But we had to witness what was here and just take a moment. You never know what you're going to find on a day hike. And sometimes the most important thing to do is be flexible. Make a different plan if the one you had doesn't work out. And if you're in Conway, Arkansas, check out Cadron Settlement Park. It's worth it.